welcome to the Main Event Show podcast. I am your host, Mr. Main Event Sean B. And today I am here to do the Monday night review of Monday Night Raw for April 25th, 2016. And I'm sorry I haven't been posting in a while. I've been busy with school and crap, stuff like that. But I want to start off by saying Raw has been good for the past few weeks. Whoever is booking this, creative, Triple H, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, whoever, props to you because God, Raw has been good. I wanted to say God damn it, but I ain't taking the Lord's name in vain. So let's get started for Raw, April 25th, 2016. Raw kicks off with the man himself, Shane McMahon, and he comes out and says he's still here because of us, the fans. Welcomes everybody to Monday Night Raw. He promises new faces, new matches, and who comes out to spoil the party? Stephanie McMahon. And I'm going to take this time to say, at her age, which she's still pretty young, but damn, she looks good. Let's just say MILF. Spell it out for the little kiddies that might be listening, so the adults know what I'm talking about. She is looking sexy as hell. She starts running her mouth, saying that these are her people, and they boo her, of course, saying that, this is her. She was born and raised in Hartford, Connecticut, and just, people are booing her and saying this is her town. And she's starting to say this is Shane's last night of Raw running it. Because Sunday at Payback, Vince McMahon will decide who will run Raw. And Shane says regardless of, what decision is, he is still running Raw tonight. And he asks Stephanie McMahon kindly and politely to leave. But Stephanie McMahon says, I ain't going anywhere. This is my ring. I ain't going anywhere. Shane McMahon, well, this is our ring. And I tried to ask you politely. So security, please come out and take Stephanie away. So security takes her away. The fans start chanting or singing, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. Shane gets into it too. So that's where they end the segment, with Stephanie being held down by security up on the ramp. So we have AJ Styles versus Sheamus, because Shane McMahon says, now let's get into some action. Out comes AJ Styles versus Sheamus. AJ Styles wins with a phenomenal forearm, and Bullet Club comes out to the ramp to congratulate Styles, or Gallows and Anderson, because they still don't have a team name yet. Backstage segment with Roman and Usos. Basically, they're saying they got each other's back because they're family. One versus all, and one needs help from all. It was a weird way to say it, what they're saying. But, New Day is out next. They cut a promo about the tag team tournament, and out come the Vaudevillains. Because that whoever wins at the Payback this Sunday, New Day says whoever wins, they're going to party like it's 1999. The Vaudevillains say, well, when they win, they will party like it's 1899 because they're gentlemen and they like to go back to the era where bygones be bygones. You know what I mean? Out come Enzo and Cass. Say that they'll win at Payback and says the villains are SAWFT. Soft. Sorry, I kind of killed it there, didn't I? New Day says no matter what, no matter who wins, the New Day will still be the tag team champions because New Day rocks. New Day rocks. Now, this is this thing. There's so many dang new tag teams that are so good. Like, before Raw recently just got good after WrestleMania, the New Day has been my favorites for a while. But now with Enzo and Cass up, I really want Enzo and Cass to take the titles. But I also really want Gallows and Anderson to take the tag team titles. And with Balor and AJ Styles in the faction with them. Speaking of, Gallows and Anderson, after the New Day segment, is shown walking out of AJ's locker room as their match is up next. So, we have Gallows versus Usos. Anderson and Gallows win with the Magic Killer in their debut match and beat down the Usos. And after that, Roman comes and makes the save. But let me talk about the ring gear. It said hashtag GB for life. So whatever GB stands for, I don't know. They didn't say anything. Maybe that's a clue to what their team name will be or the stable or whatever. So I'm not sure. They both had it on their cool looking ring gear. By the way, kind of like their New Japan-esque coats they were wearing for Wrestle Kingdom. I think it was 10 or 11. They have a new entrance music. They have their entrance music, which is pretty dope. It's on YouTube. Go search it up. It's on www.music.com. So now, Roman. Now backstage, they have a backstage interview with AJ Styles. Bullet Club interrupts them, and they say that they got AJ's back no matter what, because their friendship is forever. Now we get a video package of Owens and Zayn's history from their time in the Indies, growing up, So, to set up their match at Payback, Owens and Zayn. Next is Zayn versus Rusev. Zayn wins with the roll-up, and Lana throws a shoe at him. Owens hits Zayn from behind on the ramp. We get another backstage segment with Apollo Crews and Stardust. That sets up Crews versus Stardust, which of course Stardust does the job to Crews, and Crews wins. Ambrose is out next, saying he's not in the mood for fun and games. No Ambrose Asylum tonight. And he starts ranting about Jericho. Jericho comes out, calls Ambrose a stupid, disrespectful idiot, and says that he is the best in the world at what he does, and that he wins matches and makes history, and says he should thank him for giving Ambrose the match of his career, and to get on his knees and kiss his boots. Better yet, don't kiss his boots and apologize to me. Ambrose says, "You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chris. You paid so much for those ugly-ass boots. I'm sorry you paid so much for that ugly-ass scarf and that Bon Jovi haircut." And then he ends up attacking Jericho. Jericho puts Ambrose in the walls of Jericho on top of the announce table to end the segment. Come back from commercial break. We have Emma versus Natty. And Charlotte comes out on commentary. And this is a quick match. Emma taps out to the sharpshooter. Next up, we have a tribute to Chyna, who passed away this past April 20th, which I like to take this time to say, rest in peace, Chyna. I got to meet you once. You were the sweetest thing. No matter what you did in your past, no matter what happened or whatever, you were awesome. You were a pioneer for the women's division. You're the first ever intercontinental champion that was a woman. You broke gender barriers. You were a pioneer. And I'm glad WWE set aside their feelings to pay tribute to you. You're well deserved. Say hello to Eddie Guerrero and all the past wrestlers up there in heaven for us fans. So, rest in peace, Chyna. We love you and we miss you already. let's get into the next match. Sandow versus Corbin. Yeah, I know. You heard me. Damien Sandow sighting. Of course, the match never happens because Dolph Ziggler attacks Corbin from behind and Corbin runs. So now we get another segment after commercial break with The Miz and Maurice are talking about Payback and his match against Cesaro. Miz and Maurice do their little back and forth and their Eskimo kisses, which, can we just have Maurice without Miz? I get that they're married, but it makes me sick to my stomach, that lovey-dovey crap. And I personally, as a fan of Maurice, and as a guy that thinks she's sexy as hell, please just give us Maurice in the ring, alone, without the Miz, wrestling or whatever. I want to Drew without her, without having to listen to the Miz's mouth run. You know, I think most guys are with me on that. So, let's get back to it. They Eskimo kissing, pretty much just running his mouth, and out comes Cesaro. I like Cesaro's new gimmick. He comes out with this James Bond swag, and he's got the James Bond, Minitron going when he comes out, and then when he turns and does his thing, it's like he's shooting like in James Bond films. So, Cesaro says the only movie Miz should be in is Jackass, and he pays respects to the legends who held the title before him. They have a stare down, and Miz leaves, but tries to sneak attack Cesaro and instantly gets uppercutted by Cesaro. Then he tries to go for the Cesaro swing, but Miz gets saved by Maurice because she throws herself onto him. Now we have another backstage segment with AJ and Roman Reigns. AJ says, at Payback, I'm taking your title, Roman. And Roman says, you must already bought ringside tickets for Gallows and Anderson, and does that little cocky smirk that nobody likes. So, we have Roman versus Del Rio. Superman punch to Del Rio towards the end of the match. Then out comes Gallows and Anderson to distract Reigns. And Reigns hits a spear to win against Del Rio, because first he tried to get a roll-up Del Rio, but it didn't work after that distraction. So, then the Bullet Club come down and beat down Roman Reigns. AJ Styles comes out and tries to stop Anderson and Gallows from beating him down. Out of nowhere, Reigns comes up and Superman punches AJ. So he fights off the Bullet Club after they get back in the ring and start attacking Roman again. Then AJ gives Roman Reigns a phenomenal forearm to end the show. So, all in all, an amazing Raw once again. This is a perfect Raw for a go-home show to Payback this Sunday. I will be doing the Payback review this Sunday. I'll be taking my notes as I'm watching Payback. And I'll have an episode up for you Sunday after Payback. And after Payback, watch the Camp WWE, because that shit is going to be so hilarious. I don't mean to plug anything, but watch Camp WWE, because that looks so funny. It's by Seth Green, the same guy that made Robot Chicken, as you guys know. And, yeah, all in all, good Raw. We'll see Sunday if Shane McMahon is still in charge of Raw, which I predict he might be, because they want to set up a feud between him and Triple H. So, I'm going to get out of here, folks. I hope you enjoyed this Raw review. Like, subscribe, favorite, and good night.